Let's face it, getting ignored stings. Whether it's a crush, someone you're dating, or even a long-term partner, silence can feel like rejection. The natural response might be to panic, overthink, or bombard her with messages. But here's the truth. Those tactics almost always backfire. Instead, what you say and how you handle the situation can turn things around and even make her intrigued by you again. In this guide, you'll learn how to respond when she ignores you in a way that shifts the power dynamic, keeps your dignity intact, and repositions you as the man she can't stop thinking about. Understand why she's ignoring you. Before we dive into what to say, let's decode her silence. Women ignore men for various reasons, and it's essential to understand the context before reacting. Here are some common possibilities. She's testing you. Sometimes women test a man's emotional strength by pulling back. They want to see if you'll become needy or stay composed. She's busy. Her silence might not even be about you. She could genuinely be swamped with work, family issues, or other obligations. She's losing interest. It's possible her feelings are waning, and she's distancing herself to avoid confrontation. She's unsure about you. If things are new, she might be weighing her options and unsure where you fit into her life. She feels overwhelmed. Maybe you're coming on too strong, and she needs space to breathe. Once you understand the potential reasons, you can approach her silence with a level-headed strategy rather than an emotional reaction. What not to do when she ignores you. Before you craft your response, avoid these common mistakes that can ruin your chances. Don't bombard her with messages. Sending multiple texts like, "Did I do something wrong?" or "Why aren't you responding?" comes across as desperate. Don't post cryptic social media messages. Trying to get her attention indirectly, like posting sad or passive-aggressive quotes, is immature and transparent. Don't confront her. Aggressively saying things like, "Why are you ignoring me?" puts her on the defensive and creates tension. Don't overthink and assume the worst. Jumping to conclusions about why she's silent will only mess with your confidence. Don't try to make her jealous. Purposefully flaunting other women in an attempt to get her attention is manipulative and rarely works. Smart responses when she ignores you. Now that you know what not to do, here are the smart responses that shift the narrative in your favor. 1. Send a calm, casual message. The key here is to show that you're unfazed by her silence. A message that's lighthearted and nonchalant signals that you're confident and emotionally secure. For example, "Hey, I hope everything's good on your end. Just wanted to check in and say hi. Hey, I noticed you've been a bit quiet. Hope all is well with you." This approach acknowledges her silence without pressuring her for a response. It also shows empathy, which women appreciate. 2. Give her space. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. If she's ignoring you to test your reaction or because she feels overwhelmed, stepping back can be incredibly powerful. Use the time to focus on your own life, work, hobbies, and friendships. When she notices your absence, she may reach out to you. 3. Use humor to break the ice. Humor is a great way to ease tension and remind her why she enjoys your company. Keep it light and playful, like, "Hey, did you get kidnapped by ninjas or just really busy? Either way, let me know if I need to assemble a rescue team." "I was starting to think you've joined a monastery and taken a vow of silence." These types of messages can make her smile and encourage her to re-engage without feeling pressured. 4. Acknowledge the situation directly. If her silence continues and you feel it's necessary to address it, Do so in a calm and respectful way. For example, "Hey, I've noticed you've been a little distant lately. If there's something on your mind, I'm here to listen. I feel like you might need some space, and that's okay. Just let me know if you want to talk." This shows emotional maturity and leaves the door open for honest communication. 5. Playfully call attention to her silence. Sometimes calling out her behavior in a lighthearted way can shift the dynamic. For example, "You're setting a new record for longest response time. Should I be impressed? Wow, didn't realize I'd have to wait longer for your reply than for my Amazon delivery." Just be careful not to overdo it or come across as passive-aggressive. 6. Focus on high-value conversations. If she responds but seems distant, steer the conversation toward meaningful topics rather than small talk. For example, "What's something exciting you've been working on lately? I was thinking about insert shared interest the other day. What's your take on it?" This shifts the focus away from her silence and toward building a deeper connection. What to do if she continues ignoring you. If you've tried the above strategies and she's still unresponsive, it's time to reevaluate the situation. Here's how to handle it. 1. Respect her space. If she's not engaging, respect her boundaries. Continuing to chase her will only push her further away. Silence on your part can be a powerful way to regain control and signal that you're not dependent on her attention. 2. Reflect on the relationship. Ask yourself some honest questions. Was the connection strong to begin with? Are you truly compatible? Are you holding on to someone who's not equally invested? Her lack of response might be a sign that it's time to move on. 3. Move forward with confidence. The ultimate power move when someone ignores you is to continue living your life with confidence and purpose. Post about your adventures, focus on your goals, and show her and yourself that your happiness doesn't depend on her. Why? This approach works. When you respond to her silence with calmness, confidence, and maturity, you shift the narrative. You're no longer the guy chasing her approval. Instead, you become the man who values himself and lets her come to him. This change in dynamic can make her curious, intrigued, and even regretful about ignoring you. Final thoughts. Being ignored is never fun, but it's also not the end of the world. How you respond to her silence can make all the difference in whether she re-engages or fades away. By staying composed, using humor, and respecting her space, you show her that you're a high-value man worth her attention. And if she still doesn't respond, remember, the right woman will value and respect you without games. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and you'll naturally attract the kind of connection you deserve. Thank you for joining us today. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video.